Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. One of the things that I used to be surprised about and think when reading the Quran, and after reading the Quran and the many verses which describe Jannah and Jahannam, paradise and the Hellfire, more so the Hellfire, how graphic and frightening the imagery was of the Hellfire. You have obviously also a lot of imagery, subhanAllah, beautiful description of Jannah, of heaven, of paradise. Jannatu adnin tajri min tahti al-anhar, for example. Many verses in the Quran, Jannatu tajri min tahti al-anhar, paradises are rivers and gardens and orchards in which there are rivers flowing beneath them, rivers flowing beneath the gardens, and so many beautiful descriptions of Jannah, the food of Jannah, right? And the garments of Jannah, etc. But you see Jahannam, the Hellfire, how it's so graphic and scary, it captures you. It can frighten you, which is the whole point, خُذُوهُ فَغُلُّوهُ ثُمَّ الْجَحِيمَ صَلُّوهُ ثُمَّ فِي سِلْسِلَةٍ ذَرْعُهَا 70 ذِرَاعًا فَاسْلُكُوهُ إِنَّهُ كَانَ لَا يُؤْمِنُ بِاللَّهِ الْعَظِيمِ وَلَا يَحُضُّ عَلَى طَعَامِ الْمِسْكِينِ فليس له اليوم هاهنا حميم ولا طعام إلا من غسلين لا يأكله إلا الخاطئون. So these are the verses that we come across in many parts of the Quran, very vivid, very graphic about Jahannam. And you see the translation, خذوه فغلوه, meaning take him and put a collar around him, ثم الجحيم صلوه, and then lead him to the burning, blazing hellfire. ثم في سلسلة ذرعها 70 ذراعا فاسلكوه. Bind him in 70 meters of chains and take him to the hellfire, the burning, blazing hellfire. Why? إنه كان لا يؤمن بالله العظيم. He indeed did not used to believe in the Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَلَا يَحُضُّ عَلَى طَعَامِ الْمِسْكِينِ, and he did not used to encourage others to feed the poor. فَلَيْسَ لَهُ الْيَوْمَ هَاهُنَا حَمِيمٌ, and today he has no friend or protector to save him. وَلَا طَعَامٌ إِلَّا مِنْ غِسْلِينَ, he has nothing to eat except for the ghislin. He will have nothing to eat in Jahannam, in the hellfire, except for ghislin. What is ghislin? Ghislin is said to be like the discharge of the wounds, the discharge from your body, the pus, the filth. That's what the people of Jahannam, of hellfire, will eat. وَلَا يَأْكُلُهُ إِلَّا الْخَاطِئُونَ, and no one will eat except for the flagrant, disobedient sinners. And the two characteristics Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions here is that they do not believe in Allah and have any consciousness of fear of Him and mindfulness of Allah. And what? They do not encourage to feed the poor from their wealth, the rights of the poor, the rights of those that are in need. Now, what do you think about a nation state, a terrorist nation, apartheid state such as Israel, is that it's not only not feeding the people of Gaza, withdrawing food and water, electricity, bombing the water plants as well as the hospitals and the schools and the UN buildings, but they're actually butchering and killing women and children, innocent women and children. They're killing them, they're bombarding them, they're mutilating their bodies in front of all of us to see. What do you think these people have in Jahannam? What do you think they have in Jahannam? And all of a sudden it makes sense. All of a sudden the graphic, terrifying realities and description of Jahannam, of hellfire, of Nar Jahannam, of hellfire now makes sense to a lot of us now, doesn't it? Because these people, these Israeli terrorists, murderers, child killers, qatlat al-atfal, these Sahine and Zionists, they have caused hell on earth for the people of Gaza and Palestine and others. And they will have nothing but the hellfire if they do not repent. They will have nothing but the hellfire and eat this filth that Allah has promised the disbelievers with, that harm other people, that do not feed other people. Not only they not feed them, they kill them and massacre and butcher them in their homes. So what do you think their recompense and their reward will be in the hellfire. What do you think? So now it's made sense. Now we read the Quran, right? Subhanallah, it's so graphic, it's so scary. Yeah, because there are people that deserve the hellfire. Allah tells us, وَلَقَدْ ذَرَأْنَا لِجَهَنَّمَ كَثِيرًا مِنَ الْجِنِّ وَالْإِنسِ لَهُمْ قُلُوبٌ لَا يَفْقَهُونَ بِهَا وَلَهُمْ أَعْيُنٌ لَا يُبْصِرُونَ بِهَا وَلَهُمْ آذَانٌ لَا يَسْمَعُونَ بِهَا أُولَئِكَ كَالْأَنْعَامِ بَلْ هُمْ أَضَلُّ أُولَئِكَ هُمُ الْغَافِلُونَ. We have created many from the inhabitants of Jahannam, of the hellfire. We have created many of them from the jinn and mankind. They have hearts in which they do not understand or comprehend with. They have eyes in which they do not see with. They have ears in which they do not listen with and listen attentively with. They are like cattle, nay, but they are more astray and misguided than cattle, than animals. Those are the ones that are truly heedless and lost. And every time you see these people, politicians, Western politicians, American, British, European, from the European Union, from Joe Biden, from, the leaders of the British political parties, Rishi Sunak saying, Israel has a right to defend itself and Israel has a right to starve people and kill people and murder people and commit genocide and ethnic cleansing. Know that these are the people that will be ready for the hellfire. Because they have hearts they don't understand with. They have eyes they don't see with. And they have ears that they can't listen with. May Allah protect all of us. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala abundantly bless the martyrs and the shuhada of Gaza and Palestine with Jannah, with a beautiful description of Jannah and heaven that we see in the Quran. Allahumma ameen ya Rabb.